start now. Okay. So, hello, Aima. How are you?
Hi, Han. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Where do you live right now?
I live in the UK, so I live in a place called Reigate.
Reigate?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about 40 minutes from London.
Ah. So, may I know, are you a full-time entrepreneur right now?
Not at the moment, so I still
Mm-hmm.
have my 9 to 5 job.
Mm-hmm.
But I started my entrepreneurial journey about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on that journey for quite some time. But I haven't quit my 9 to 5 yet, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. So, when did you start the Tribe Secret?
Tribe Secrets is actually my newest project. So I
Mm-hmm.
started Tribe Secrets about a month ago
Mm-hmm.
or a couple of months ago. I think at the start of May was when I started Tribe Secrets, because I wanted to build more around my personal brand. So all this time I'd done digital marketing, but for other people, for other brands,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't scale with that
Mm-hmm.
model. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something where I could have more of an impact and where I could scale on a much larger level.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought my personal brand is what I should be putting out there now, because I think I have a lot to offer and I think people should know who I am.
Yeah, correct. So, can you tell me more about the Tribe Secrets and also what inspired? What is the focus right now?
Yeah, so Tribe Secrets actually came from me thinking, so my specialty is customer avatars. I am a
Mm-hmm.
business analyst by profession, and
Mm-hmm.
we work a lot with customer avatars and segmentation and things like that. And I realized it's something that a lot of entrepreneurs don't really understand. It's still a
Correct.
very gray area for them. So I decided, it's a good idea to mix my professional background with my entrepreneurial background.
Mm-hmm.
And customer avatars is all about, having a tribe of loyal customers, really, that love you, like, know and trust you, and really would route for you, would buy your products every time you release one.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, yeah, having a tribe, loyal customer, loyal branding, is really, it's something I'm passionate about. It's something that
Mm-hmm.
resonates with me, and that was where Tribe Secrets was born from.
Yeah, interesting. So, for those who are because not everyone know what is customer avatar. Can you tell me what is it?
So your customer avatar is the person you serve.
Mm-hmm.
So as opposed to having an audience or a general target audience, a customer avatar is more of a profile. It's more of one person that you would like to serve, one person that you would want to be a hero for, a champion for. It's
Mm-hmm.
about defining who this person is, male or female, the
Mm-hmm.
demographics, the
Mm-hmm.
age, the location, as well as the psychographics. What are they going through currently in their lives? What's their pain points? What do they want? What's the relief of the pain? What makes them happy? What makes them sad? Their frustrations. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all around, knowing one customer. So basically defining your products or your services around one persona,
Mm-hmm.
and then targeting that description to a much wider audience when it comes to your targeting and your messaging and your ads and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So the
Yeah.
customer avatar is the person who you define your product around. It's ideal. It's an imaginary person, but
Mm-hmm.
it's basically the person that you serve, the one person that you serve in your business.
Mm-hmm. So, what kind of business need customer avatar?
Oh, every business.
Every business.
Every business should have a customer avatar, because you're not in business, the way I see it, you're not in business for yourself. You're in business to serve somebody else. You're in business to serve a certain group of people, a certain niche or a certain sub niche.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start thinking of your business from the angle of the person you want to serve, you're
Mm-hmm.
able to provide more value. You're able
Mm-hmm.
to basically structure your business and your services around this particular kind of person, as
Mhm.
opposed to you doing it from a point of yourself, a point of, you know, bias, because you might think that you know what they want, but a
Correct.
lot of, you know, business owners will tell you, what you think they want is actually, it's not actually what they want, you know. So
Uh-huh.
every business, you know, needs a customer avatar. Small business, medium, large, every business needs to have a profile of the person that they want to serve.
Yeah, so knowing what the clients really need is very important instead of we like guess what they want and at the end nobody buy our service, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. So like okay, so I checked like on your Facebook profile, you mentioned about 3 hidden strategies we need to use to creating our dreams customer avatar. So can you tell me about it?
Yes, so I think about it as a funnel. So
Mm-hmm.
the first thing really when you're creating, you know, an avatar or a business is, you know, your why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, myself inclusive, that start a business is because of the financial benefits. But then you don't just want the financial rewards. You want to be able to add value, because that's really where the longevity of your business lies.
Mm-hmm.
If you start a business and you're not adding a lot of value, especially now in the day and age of online marketing, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to fizzle out really quickly. But if you start a business from a place of value and you're adding value, you know, you will always be relevant and you become an expert in your field. So that's where the why comes in. You know your why and you know why you're doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where then the strategies come in. And
Mm-hmm.
I think about it in the shape of a funnel. So at
Mm-hmm.
the top of the funnel, you have a general summary of the customer avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So the person you want to serve, their name, their age, you literally describe them as if they were a real life human being.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, you find that businesses or entrepreneurs, business owners, when they're defining a customer avatar, it's someone that has been in a place that they have been. So you have a journey, right? But you were
Mm-hmm.
somewhere when you started your journey. So your ideal customer avatar is still where you were when you started your journey. So
Mm-hmm.
you'd find that they describe, you know, the avatar as the person they once were, because they're
Mm-hmm.
able to relate. So that's the top of the funnel. Then the middle of the funnel is where I go a step deeper and I create 3 personas. So a
Mm-hmm.
persona is just a personality within, you know, the customer. So for example, you and I are human beings, right? We have our
Mm-hmm.
lives, you know, I'm a stepmom, I'm a wife, I'm somebody's daughter. So those
Mm-hmm.
are like 3 different personas of me, you know, and I break it down into the wealth, the health, and the relationship, which is something I learned from Russell Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
So I then go further and describe the customer avatar health persona. So what's their health like? Are they healthy? Are they obese? So irrelevant of what my product is, I would still describe their persona, their health persona. So do they take supplements? Are they diabetic? You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll describe it in such a way that if I was to sell to this audience, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what will I sell them in terms of their health? Will I sell them vitamins, supplements? Will I sell them fitness, gyms,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that? Then the relationship persona is where I describe their relationship with the people around them. So their relationships with their family, their spouses, their children. So if I have a relationship product like a marriage product or maybe a parenting product, for example, this is where I would go deeper and, you know, start describing in detail what kind of relationship my avatar has with the people around them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wealth persona is where I describe their financial situation at the moment. You know, are they do they have a 9 to 5 job that they don't like and they want to quit? Are they business owners or
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs that have a certain problem in their business? You know, do they want to be property investors? Or are they just, you know, strictly employees? You know, so you just describe them in terms of where they are right now in their wealth journey.
Mm-hmm.
And based on these 3 descriptions, you then start to look for their pain points, like what's their frustration. So if my product is a wealth product, say I'm selling a course for making money online, so I will
Mm-hmm.
obviously focus on the wealth persona, and, you know, have they been scammed before by online courses? Do they find online courses too long or too complicated and they don't understand them? You know, how can my products basically solve a problem for them? So that's where my angle is going to come from. And then the bottom of the funnel is my messaging. So based on the customer avatar and their three personas, what can I say to them that's going to attract them to me, that's going to make them identify with me, that's going to make them know that I have been through what they're going through and I understand and I have a solution for them. Because really, your funnels can be beautiful, your landing page can be beautiful, but if your messaging is wrong, you're never going to get any customers because they don't understand you, and people buy from a place of emotion. And if they're not able to connect with your message, you know, if you don't use the buzzwords, if they're doctors, for example, you have to use certain kind of words to attract them. You won't use the same words to attract a doctor that you use to attract somebody that's into fitness, for example. So that's where the messaging comes in. When you've described the avatar and the personas, then you target your messaging to their pain points and their relief points, their places of pleasure and desire. And then, of course, the money trickles in from there. So those are basically, in a nutshell, the three summaries, the three strategies.
So first of all, know your clients in general, and then know like their pain points, and then message like make them sound personalized with them. Make them understand that we understand them, is it?
Exactly.
But that sounds like suitable for somebody who has niche. What about somebody who is like have general service? For example, like a virtual assistant, general virtual assistant. So how can they have this customer avatar?
So as a virtual assistant, you tend to work with a lot of other other business owners or entrepreneurs. But then I see virtual assistants almost like coaches. You know, they have a similar problem to coaches in that you can have a nightmare, you know, entrepreneur that you're working for who just overloads you with work and, you know, expects you to know everything. And but you know, you are a person as well, and coming from that angle, you don't want to work with a nightmare, you know, owner, business owner, because they will frustrate you. It's exactly the same for coaches. They don't want to work with a nightmare, you know, clients that's just going to give them sleepless nights. So how would a coach define their customer avatar? It's the same way I'd say a virtual assistant define their ideal, so maybe not a customer avatar, but an ideal business owner avatar. So and that's the beauty of an avatar. You can use it in many different situations. You know, my in-law uses it to describe her child, and she's like, when he grows up, I'm going to give him this piece of paper because that's what I want him to be like. So you can basically take the same strategies and define the kind of person you'd like to work for as a virtual assistant. You know, what kind of business do they run, what niche, because you don't know everything, right? You still have a niche as a VA. You have a niche that you specialize in. So, you know, what business do they have? What niche are they into? Social media marketing? Are they into just broad digital marketing? You know, where are the services that you can actually really serve them properly? That's the definition of your business owner avatar. And then the second strategy will be the persona, right? So if, for example, they're into digital marketing, you break it down into maybe not health, wealth, and relationship, but into three sub niches within the, so digital marketing, for example, if it's fitness digital marketing, maybe you break it down into what kind of customers do they want? Do they have a social media, you know, department that, you know, are they active on social media? Are they, so basically try to figure out what three pain points that you can solve as a VA for that business owner that you can deliver maximum value, you know, and also looking out for yourself where you're not overworked. So that would be my second, that would be my middle of funnel strategy. Just three pain points that I can really solve the problems for this business owner. And then the third, the bottom of the funnel would be my my CV. So how do I tailor my CV, which again is my messaging to my to the business owner, that these are my strengths and this is how I can help you, based on the three pain points that you've described in the middle of the funnel, and based on the avatar that you've described at the top of the funnel. How can you tailor your CV so that when this business owner sees your CV, they know that, okay, yes, this is the kind of person I'm looking for my business, that can add value to my business. So that's how I would apply it with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it indirectly means that it's important to have the discovery call, or at least the discovery chat, get to know them first before offering anything.
I would say that
Mm-hmm.
definitely it's always important to have a discovery call,
Mm-hmm.
which is more like an interview basically. So that would be from the business owner's point of view. They should have the kind of person that they want working for them, because as a business owner, when you have a team, it's very important that there's, you know, a balanced team dynamic. So you want to make sure that you're bringing on people that would, you know, that would gel well within the team. You want people that can get along, because when your team doesn't get along, then of course it's not good. It's not a good reflection on the business. So when you're bringing someone in as well, you need to have a discovery. I'll be surprised if there are people that don't have discovery calls. You want to talk to the person that, you know, you're bringing into your company. Make sure that they're a good fit for you, and also you as a VA, make sure that the person you're working with is a good fit for you as well. So are they aggressive? You look for, you know, personality traits within them that sort of flag, you know, green or red, like is it a go or no, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's very helpful actually. And okay, so but because like normally we always talking when we talk about customer avatar, we are referring to the services, right? What about product? For example, somebody open a restaurant, like how can they have customer avatar also? Like if we open a restaurant, we just sell food to anybody.
Yes, you sell food to anybody, but there, so it may not apply to maybe a local restaurant. But for example, if you have a top diner, you know, they would want people of certain calibers within their restaurant. So I think the first thing about a restaurant is they want somebody that can pay them, right? They want people that can pay them. They don't want. So before you open your restaurant, you have a plan of what kind of food you want to serve. And you definitely have a plan of the kind of people that you want to attract as well. So for example, let's use something as general as pizza. So you have a pizza delivery. They don't really know whether, you know, you are, surprisingly, when pizza, so Domino's Pizza, for example, when they started, they had a target audience, and their target audience was students. And what was their avatar message? So the customer avatar was students between probably the age of, you know, 15 and 21, university students. They don't have time to cook, they're always partying, they come back drunk. You know, what's their pain points? There's nobody to get food for them when they come back drunk. They don't want to get into the kitchen to cook. You know, they want hot meal readily available when they're hungry. And so what's Domino Pizza's messaging at that point is get pizza within, I think it was 20 minutes or within 10 minutes or something.
But in
And you
Malaysia,
know,
30, yeah.
exactly. And it's surprising, but they actually had a target market before they expanded to everybody. And
Yeah.
but this part of the story people don't know. Every major company out there, even Coca-Cola, had a target audience before they started. They defined the kind of people they wanted to serve, but then as their brand awareness increased, they started to then attract other people. But fundamentally, they were built on a certain target audience. So like I said, Domino's was built on students, you know, who were hungry and always just wanted quick food and pizza. Of course, everybody loves pizza. And that was how they grew from students into, you know, parents, and then now everybody.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I always know the importance of customer avatar, but like from our conversation right now, I just realized like what differentiate like a so business with a large well-known business, because they have something like the avatar in specific. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
that's
They
very
they
important.
know they know, and that's why a lot of small businesses would never understand why large brands spend so
Correct.
much money on market research. Market research is the best thing that can happen to a company. And that's why you can see them, they will show millions of dollars on market research, because they need to know their customers, because they have big competition as well. when they know their customers, they know what the customers want that the competitors are not doing, and then they introduce that to the market, and they then get more market audience because they are delivering something that their competitors are not able to deliver. So that market research is so important, you know. And as a small business, obviously you don't have the budget to
Right.
you know, do large market research. But with technology, you can do so. Right now, if a business owner, for example, wants to know their customer better, what's the best way? You know, you have Facebook groups. You
Correct.
create polls on your Facebook groups. You know, you have other groups that you're on. You ask questions. You know, you release surveys. You advertise surveys for a giveaway. So if you take my survey, I'll give you, you know, my free templates, which is something I'm actually doing at the moment. And a lot of people are taking up that offer because they want the templates. But then instead of me saying, give me your email and I'll give you a template, I'm saying, take my survey because I want to know more about you. And even on my follow-up emails as well, I have surveys in there. I'm like, tell me a bit more about yourself. I want to know more about you. What am I doing? I'm getting to know my audience. And how does that help when it comes to advertising? Like, that's the key. That's when you know your audience so well, you target. So if you're a fitness instructor, you're not targeting everybody, you know, oversized 20-year-old or stuff. You know what they do, you know where to find them, you know where to target them. So it's really, really important because of the after effects. When it comes to your advertising, you know exactly where to find these customers, you know who their mentors are, you know who they listen to. You know, everybody listens to Tony Robbins, but then there are people that also listen to you know, speakers that you don't even know about.
Correct.
And Facebook has a really great tool called Audience Insight, which people don't use, which is a real shame, because the thing that people don't understand is when you define an ideal customer avatar, you want to back that up with real data. So you can define your dream customer avatar, but then without data, that dream customer is just going to remain a dream. You need the data to back it up, and you can get this using Facebook Audience Insight. You go in there, you put, you know, the target of the specifics of your audience or of your avatar, and then Facebook actually tells you what they're interested in. You know, the other day I was putting people interested in Russell Brunson, and or was it entrepreneurs? And do you know what came up? It was Adidas, and I'm like, I didn't know people liked Adidas, like entrepreneurs like, but that's something you would never know, and that's something you can only get from data. So it's really important that when you define your dream customer, you back it up with data so that when it comes to your advertising, you know where to find them.
Yeah, that's very eye-opening because like everybody know that we need to have the customer avatar, but like people just like don't really realize it until you mention about how Domino's thing, like how Coca-Cola did the client analysis and so on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so thank you for your time, Aima. It's very, very informative and I enjoy our conversation. So just want to know, are you offering this kind of service to entrepreneurs too? To other entrepreneurs?
I am offering it to entrepreneurs, and I'm working on something at the moment. So right now I'm only offering my templates in exchange for a survey. But I also have a Facebook group that I am gathering my tribe, my ideal audience into as well. And I will be offering some further value, you know, to people that, you know, join my movement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I serve entrepreneurs and business owners.
So what kind of industry are you working with right now?
Right now I'm more with the real estate industry,
Yeah.
but I'm also with digital marketers and internet marketers basically, because they are the ones who really require the service. So people that run Facebook ads really require the service as well.
Okay, guys, like for those who are watching, yeah, maybe you can, if you're interested to learn more about customer avatar, you can add Aima on Facebook and yeah, just message with her and she will invite you to join her Facebook group. All right, okay. So thank you, Aima. All right, have a good day.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
All
right, okay. Aima, after this, I think I'm going to try, there's an app so that I can stream this, live stream, even though it's recorded, but I can live stream it.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking about using the trial, so I will try to upload it. If cannot, then I will edit it into short video, then I upload it. Okay.
And upload it.
Do
Okay.
you want the raw file, by the way?
Oh yes, please. Yeah,
All
that'll be
right. Okay.
great.
I will share with
Yeah.
you also. Thank you very
Thank
much. Sorry,
you.
yeah.
I look
Okay.
forward to talking to you
Bye bye.
again. All
Okay.
right. Take care. Bye.
Okay. And stop recording.